I don't like the crunchy pretzels. I like soft pretzels.
Yes.
So just dip
My
it.
stomach's growling as it's like it knows that we're about to eat.
That is so good. Yeah.
That's really good. Not to toot my own horn, but.
I'm Karen Wright. Welcome to Right at Home. Today I'm at 1164 Cooks Corner Road in Lucedale, and I brought back Whitney Ivey. She's with Southern Bread Company in Lucedale. Whitney, I had you on here about a year ago, and we made focaccia bread.
Yes.
Did I say that right?
You did.
And we had such a good time, and I wanted you to bring you to my listing here at 1164 Cooks Corner because, well, I wanted you to tour it, but like, what was your favorite thing about the house?
Well, as a baker, it's obviously the kitchen.
I knew it.
And as a mom, that's where we gather a lot, in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm in the kitchen all the time. So.
All the time. So we wanted to bring you here and just, what are we making today?
Today we're going to make German pretzels.
German pretzels.
Yes, it's
I'm
a lot
so
easier
excited.
than it sounds, so don't be intimidated.
I am a little intimidated, so we'll get started. One of the things I love about this kitchen is just the big island bar space, and it's just, well, it's got everything you need.
It does, yes, lots of space. Well, we can get started mixing our dough, and then we can chat some more about pretzels while the dough rests.
That sounds good.
All right, so we have got, we're going to start with our water and yeast, sugar, salt. I've already got it all. We're going to do the mason jar with water.
Okay.
That's just in case we need a little bit of extra water after mixing our dough. So we've got salt, yeast, and brown sugar that we're going to add to our bowl.
Okay.
And then we're going to add our water. This is 1.5 cups of water. Yep, all of it. And we have our fancy Danish dough whisk. Just going to give it a little mix. We're using instant yeast, so it doesn't need any extra proofing time. If we were using active dry yeast, you would just let this proof, just let the yeast activate for about 10 minutes. But as a busy mama of 4, I like to use instant yeast.
Right.
All right, so we got that mixed. And now we're going to, you should have some melted butter and a spatula. You can just set that down and we'll use that.
Right? Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right. I got you. Your spatula and your melted butter. We're just going to add our melted butter right in. All right, I'll put that in the sink.
Okay.
All right, and then we're gonna add our flour. I've already pre-measured. We're doing 3 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. And we're just gonna dump that right on top. All right. And now take our fancy dough whisk.
Okay.
And I'll take your spatula.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, this is the fun part and builds muscles, mixing this dough. So we're just going to get it where it'll start pulling from the sides of the bowl, and then we'll get in there with our hands and knead it. So this dough whisk, it just helps bring all of the flour and water together.
And it gets the sides, it scrapes the sides, so that's good.
And I love that it's stainless steel because then you can just soak it.
And it looks fancy.
It does. My students they love these Danish dough whisks.
They probably all leave your class and buy one.
Well, I started doing a class store and try to keep stocked up with stuff like this because
you're like, I'm going to have one of those. I may not ever bake the bread, but I'm wanting one of those.
So once it gets to kind of like the biscuit looking dough, that's when we'll get in here with our hands.
Is that okay?
There we go. So we'll actually sprinkle a little bit of flour on our work surface, and we're going to knead the dough for about 3 minutes-ish. I'll show you what I look for in a dough once I think it's ready to rest. All right. Set these over here. Because we will use our bowl again. We'll put it back in the bowl to rest after we knead it. And if you need any more flour, some extra flour.
Yeah, I need some on my hands.
All right.
You use the palm of your hand and
Yes.
go over? Okay.
So I kind of like fold, press with the palm of my hand, and turn. And we don't want to get too crazy, adding too much flour, just like that a little bit. Fold, press, turn.
If it gets sticky, then you put more flour, right?
A little bit, like
Okay.
a tablespoon at a time, but if you use kind of light, quick touches on your dough, it shouldn't stick too bad to your hands. Press, turn. We're just folding it into, eventually it'll get into a ball, and once it gets really tight and hard to keep folding it, then that's usually our sign where we need to stop and let it rest. And we're not gonna aggressively like punching down the dough or anything like you might see people on YouTube. I learned we don't want to aggressively punch our dough.
Beat it up, right?
Right, yeah. That'll get like a really dense kind of bread product. I think a little bit more at the bottom. So once it gets into like a smooth ball, I like to do what's called the poke test. So when you poke it, it'll start to spring back a little bit.
So
If it doesn't spring back, it doesn't have to spring back all the way, but if it doesn't spring back, yeah, it's just springing back.
So
If it doesn't, you just need to knead it a little bit longer.
in nursing, you test for edema in somebody's legs by doing that.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
You don't want it to stay dented.
Look, well, that's a good way of relating it to thinking, is my dough ready?
Yeah, there you go.
Look there. Didn't know baking is a science, too.
So you want it to pop back, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're good, and we're going to let it rest back in our bowl.
It is perfect.
And then we'll cover it. Oh, and I do have these fancy dough scrapers too. If your dough ever gets stuck to your surface, it can just act like an extra hand for you. And we'll be using those when we divide our dough. All right, we've got it covered. I'm going to let mine rest over here.
So Whitney, we're waiting for the dough to rise now,
Yes,
right? How long do we have to wait?
Only about 10 minutes. That's what I love about making pretzels. It does not take an hour for the dough to rise. They're just really quick, quick, easy. It only takes 10 minutes.
How did making dough for pretzels come about?
That's a great question. One I'm so excited about. I love learning the history and the culture behind breads. So the legend is that there was this monk in southern Europe, somewhere in France or Italy, they believe. This monk, it was during Lent season, and he was making just a simple dough. It wouldn't have had any fats in it or sugar or anything like that because they were fasting. And so he had made his bread, and he had some scraps of dough left over. And outside the wall, he heard some children reciting their prayers, or catechisms or whatnot. And so he wanted to make them a little reward. Pretiola is the Latin word for little reward. And so he took those scraps of dough, rolled them out, crossed them over to look like children with their hands crossed in prayer, baked them.
I love
and
that.
The kids they loved the bread. They called it Pretiola for little reward. And since then it has traveled just like groups will spread throughout the world.
Yeah.
They'll take a piece of that, their culture, and then they'll adapt it. And so eventually the Germans adapted it and came up with a way to boil it with lye. We're not going to be using lye today.
Okay,
We'll do
okay.
baking soda. It's a little bit safer. But they did it to get that really deep color that you
That
get with
brown color.
pretzels. Yeah, and that distinct flavor. And then they bake it. And so that's their own spin on it.
And then, of course, everybody else has adapted over
Yeah.
to make it part of like the big pretzel that you get at McGuire's and
Yeah.
things like that. And
Yeah.
you can even get it at a fast food.
Yeah, the
place
pretzel
now.
rods
Yeah,
and stuff.
everything.
And so when you see the twisted pretzel shape, you'll think about those kids saying their prayers and the folded hands.
Absolutely. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
And there's even the phrase tying the knot. That was also a legend of they would have pretzels for the wedding reception, and the bride and groom would break little pieces off of the pretzel, and that's where we think we get the term tying the knot.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Bread, it brings people together. And,
It does.
And all these cultural norms that you don't think of otherwise. It revolves around food.
Yeah, it does. It does. And you know, you doing the bread and stuff, and you do baking classes and things like that. And I'm sure that people go home, right, and they start involving their family making it, like involving their kids. They probably set their kid on the counter and
Yes,
let them help.
that's the goal. Yeah,
You said
that's
a
what
couple
I
of
try
kids
to-
on here.
Oh yeah,
All of them lined
yeah,
up
line
here.
them all up.
Yeah.
And teach them not just baking. It teaches them math, fractions and measuring and
Yeah.
science. There's a lot of
Absolutely.
science to the baking process. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think it's about time we
Okay.
can divide our dough and get to shaping these pretzels. So we're gonna just transfer our dough back onto our lightly floured surface. And that's what I like this, yeah, you got a dough scraper just in case you need it. All right, I'll take your bowl.
Okay.
All right, so I just eyeball it. I kind of do it like you're slicing a pie into 8 sections. All right, and it's a little sticky. I'm gonna add a little bit more flour as we're rolling it out. So I'm gonna kind of set these aside because we'll be doing one section at a time. And so we do have some baking sheets already prepped with our parchment paper on them. So we want to have those on standby to shape and put our pretzels on. So if you want to grab those baking pans really quick, here's one. Okay, and we will need these in a moment.
Okay.
Alrighty. It's just easier to get them all shaped, put on the pan, then we can go to the boiling step. I like to do everything like one step at a time. All right, so we're gonna take one of our sections if you need some extra flour. So before we start just like rolling it out into a snake, I like to kind of fold it a little bit, kind of prep it where it'll be a little bit more evenly shaped. Now this is artisan bread or rustic, however you want to call it. It's handmade. So it's okay if it doesn't look perfect.
You're just doing it with your hands.
Yes. And we want to make sure that it's got enough flour where it's not sticking, but we don't want to add too much flour and dry it out. It'll be kind of hard for it to stick and hold its shape when we go to do that pretzel shape. So we want to kind of do it in about 20 inches. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. All right, you're doing great.
I got this little crease right there. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's just where it was folded. Yep, I have that too.
Sound good?
Okay, so now we're gonna take it and do kind of like a horseshoe or like the letter U. And then we're gonna take these two pieces and twist over 2 times, 1, 2, and then fold them down. And then we'll kind of stretch it out to
I need to be a
give
little
that
bit longer,
pretzel
I think.
Yeah, and you can continue to kind of pull and stretch it.
Just stretch it like this.
Yeah. It wants to shrink back. That's normal.
It helped. Oh, you come back to it. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, look.
You got those folded hands. I knew you would love this bread. It's like she's going to love this one. All right.
So we're just putting it on there.
Yeah. And we'll get them all shaped. It's just easier to, they only take I boil them 2 at a time, and you only want them to boil 20 to 30 seconds. You don't want them to,
So we're boiling them before we bake them.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So we want to be focused. When it's time to boil them, I like to have it all prepped, ready to go, and we're focused. We don't want to boil them in that baking soda for too long. It'll give it a bitter taste.
Just regular baking soda.
Yep, just regular baking soda.
Can I just do like this and stretch it?
You can, yeah, however. Yeah. Whichever way is easier for you to get that long snake.
So you just do one side and do the other so it's all the same size, right?
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's not perfect. Yeah. I saw that.
I cheated.
Yes, you did. All right, we got our horseshoe. We're going to do 1 and 2. And come back down. There we go. All right, so we've got our pretzels shaped out and ready to boil. So I've already prepped 9 cups of water, half a cup of baking soda, and it's come to a rolling boil. I'm going to show you how I boil them. I do like 2 at a time, 20 to 30 seconds.
Yours are prettier than mine, I'm just saying.
It's a little bit of practice.
Just roll it in there, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
And for about 30 seconds.
About 20 to 30 seconds.
And then are we going to put it back on here?
Yeah, then we'll put them back on here, and then we'll bake them.
So this is what's going to give it the color you said when they bake?
It will. Now, it won't give it too much of a dark color as if we were doing lye, but I don't feel comfortable doing lye and having safety goggles and gloves, because if it gets on your skin, it will burn you. So baking soda just gives it the same kind of chemical reaction, and it gives it that pretzel flavor too.
Think that's good?
Yeah, that's good.
Just drain it. This is so neat.
This is a fun one. This and bagels, that's another bread that you boil and then bake.
Bagels? Really?
Bagels, mm-hmm.
So when you said you boil pretzels, I thought I didn't know you had to...
There's a process to it, yep.
I didn't know you baked them afterwards. Mm-hmm. Okay, I had to fix mine.
And it only takes like 12 to 15 minutes to bake at 400 degrees. So this is really from start to finish. I mean, you can have your pretzels ready in like 45 minutes when you start mixing the dough and then shaping them. And so it's not like a 3-hour plus long process. Right. That's what I love about pretzels is it's a yeast bread, but because it's small and dense and chewy, it doesn't take long.
They kind of go to the bottom and then come back up.
Yeah, they do. Kind of. It's like when they start to like float back up, and that's about when you know that it's time to take them out.
Have you ever baked any that you didn't boil first?
No. But it wouldn't be the same texture, but it would still be a pretty good bread, I would think.
Yeah.
It would just be like baking a yeast bread, but just a different texture. This gives it that chewy texture that we know and love.
Right. And it's all-purpose flour.
Yeah, we're using King Arthur all-purpose flour. That is what I use in my bakery, and it just gives it a consistent outcome every time.
Okay.
I like it. It's unbleached as well.
Where do you get that from?
Walmart sells it in
Okay.
those 10-pound bags, I believe, now. So our Lucedale Walmart has been stepping it up.
Really?
They've been getting the 10-pound bags of the King
Awesome.
Arthur flour. So. And before we bake them, we're going to sprinkle some flaky or coarse sea salt.
What do you call
on them
this
as well.
this here?
I call it a strainer. I don't know. I don't know if
Yeah.
there is a technical term for
Is it for bread making?
It's just for, I use it for things like pretzels or bagels, and so I'm sure you could use it for a lot of different things. So we're going to turn off these.
Okay.
Just boiling water. I'll let you turn that off.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll sprinkle our salt. We want to do this before we bake so that it kind of sticks to it.
So it kind of bakes in there, right?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
And then while these bake, I will show you how to make a honey mustard Bavarian dip for them.
Awesome. There you go. Probably put a little bit too much, but it's okay.
Is there such a thing?
Okay. And you said about
Okay.
12 or 15 minutes?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll set a timer for 12 minutes
Okay.
and check on it, because we are using a gas stove or oven, so
Yeah.
it might be
my first
a little
time to
bit
use a
hotter.
gas
Yeah,
oven,
mine
so-
too. So, all right, and I'm going to show you how to make this super easy Bavarian honey mustard dip. We're using Dijon mustard,
Okay.
honey, a little splash of apple cider vinegar, and a pinch of sea salt.
Okay.
So this is like everyday ingredients that you have on hand.
Okay.
So I'm doing half a cup of mustard. About use this whole bottle.
Do you make pretzels for the kids a lot?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes. I practiced for this. I made
did
some
you?
yesterday. It's been a while since I made them, and so they were excited. All right. And I do about a tablespoon. You could do, I'm just eyeballing
No
it.
measuring.
Yeah. No, I'm just
Did you measure
eyeballing.
with your heart?
That's right, yes. This is just however sweet you want it. 1 to 2 tablespoons. And then I do about a teaspoon or just a little splash.
Apple cider vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then a little pinch of sea salt. Literally just a little sprinkle. This is one of those things that looks fancy.
Yeah.
Served with pretzels, but it was really easy to make.
Yeah. A lot of people do that, or they'll dip them in cheese and things like that.
Yeah, I don't have a recipe for homemade cheese sauce.
No.
It's all about balance. I'll make them homemade, the pretzels homemade, and then I'll go and open a can of cheese sauce and
Yeah.
heat it up.
Well, I like it just like it is. Like
Yeah,
just the
yeah.
pretzel,
Or,
the bread taste of it.
If you
and-
want a sweet pretzel, do some cinnamon sugar and
Yeah.
sprinkle that on there instead of the sea salt.
Okay. That'd be good. We were walking around earlier, and we went into the utility area. What did you think about that?
My first thought was it was as big as my kitchen is right now. I thought this would be great for a micro bakery.
Yeah.
Have my little setup in there and not clutter up the kitchen.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Well, we just reduced the price on it, so if you want to purchase it, we just
No
reduced.
pressure.
We just reduced to $8.59 today. So we're on 5 acres here. I didn't tell you about that. So we're on 5 acres, and we're literally 6 minutes from town.
Yeah,
Right
this
off
is
of the
perfect.
63 bypass. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
perfect.
Any foodie or food lover, baker, anyone who wants to start a micro bakery, this would be the perfect setup.
A chef,
for them.
yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I could see you rolling your little
Yeah.
baking
Yeah,
rack from the
yep.
pantry into there. and
Yeah,
just-
I've got a cooling rack that right now it sits in my utility room at my
Does
house,
it?
and then whenever I do a big bake day, like for a farmer's market, I'll roll it out. And right now it houses all of my stuff for my bread class, but I'll take everything off of it, and that's my cooling rack, my temporary cooling rack that when the bread comes out of the oven, I stack it all, and it looks beautiful on that rack. But yeah, this would be perfect setup.
It would.
Roll
Absolutely. You can order bread from you, and then you pick it up where?
So I have a couple of options. You can pre-order. My text list goes out every Sunday afternoon, and I have a website now, southernbreadcompany.com.
Great.
So everything is on there with like, I made it easy. You just click order bread. You can get on our text list, and every Sunday afternoon you'll get a text and it'll say it's time to order your bread. And you can pre-order, pick it up Friday. Right now we're doing Dogwood Creek Mercantile, that antique shop next to the barber shop on Main Street. And that's a pickup location. And I just started selling bread at James Store out in Novella. So that's an option for
They've got a lot of
live.
homemade things there at the James Store.
Yes,
so
they've got homemade butter and so things that go well with bread too.
What's a good location at the James Store? Because it's right there in Movella, and people from Hurley can come, or still people in South Lucedale.
Yeah, it's only like 4 miles from the Baptist church. So I mean, yeah, I've been selling out. Sometimes I'll bring my bread there on Friday afternoon, and in an hour it's almost gone. So
you can leave your things there for them to pick up, and you sell it there too?
So I sell it at James Store. So that is like first come, first serve. But if they want to order from my full menu and want to make sure that they don't get somewhere and the bread is gone, then they'll pre-order and pick it up in Lucedale.
Okay, that's really good. Just lots of options for anybody that wants to do it.
Yeah, and we've got lots of convenient pickup places. So
you have sourdough bread, you have cinnamon rolls. What else?
I started doing gourmet chocolate chip cookies made with freshly milled flour. I've been milling my own flour as well, too. I started that. After
That's a whole new show.
I know. It's been just baby steps. It started with a sourdough for health reasons, and it progressed from there. I learned about the whole grain, and when you mill it yourself, you still get all of those nutrients in the flour. So. Yeah, so it's a little guilt-free. If you want some cookies made with quality ingredients, that's a little guilt-free option.
And you started doing pizza crusts.
Yeah, I saw that.
If it wouldn't have been so hot today, she has a really, really nice outdoor kitchen, and there's a pizza oven out there.
Yeah, we'll have to do a
like
pizza
in
crust
December
baking.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Or, when it's colder, but it's just way too hot
today.
It's
too hot to bake inside versus outside.
It is.
Yeah. All right, why don't we see how this tastes?
Okay.
A little spicy.
A little spicy?
To me, it's probably fine for you.
It's perfect.
Yeah. It's got
perfect.
that.
It does have a
little kick to it.
Little kick. But that's good.
I think that vinegar gave it a little kick.
Absolutely.
It'll be really good with pretzels.
Yeah.
Speaking of, let's check and see how those are looking.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so now they have come out of the oven, and they've got that beautiful golden color to them.
They're beautiful.
Yes, we're going to transfer them to the cooling rack because they'll start to sweat and get soggy on here.
They're soft.
Yes, these are like the big, soft, fluffy pretzels.
I'm so excited. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
let's try it.
Absolutely.
I don't like the crunchy pretzels. I like soft pretzels.
Yes.
So. Just dip
my stomach's growling. It's like it knows we're about to eat.
That is so good. Yeah.
That's really good. Not to toot my own horn, but
those are amazing.
Thank
you so much for coming today and
Thank you for having me in this
It
beautiful
was
kitchen.
it was so much fun, and I mean, anybody could follow along with this recipe or whatever, and probably do their own at home or do it with their kids.
You can pull up any pretzel recipe online. It's really easy. Simple ingredients. You got your flour, water, salt, yeast. We added a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of brown sugar to the dough. So super easy.
I appreciate you watching Right at Home, and you know what? You could be right at home at 1164 Cooks Corner Road in Lucedale, Mississippi. This beautiful, beautiful home could be yours. Thank you.